Dior is just like, oh, it's exactly what I don't want. No, this is not that type of setting powder. Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I will be bringing you my review and full day wear test on the brand new Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder, No Powder, Setting Powder. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see all the details about this new Dior Backstage Setting Powder, how it works on mature, dry, sensitive skin, then just keep on watching. It seems like it's going to be kind of like a Dior's week because they are just coming out with so many different products lately. They have a new primer, a new setting spray, a new setting powder that comes, it looks like a cushion foundation, but it's actually a setting powder. Also 5 new mono eyeshadows. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. In fact, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I did my full day wear test and review on the brand new Forever Natural Nude Foundation. This one right here. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. I have already done pretty much my entire makeup because today we're going to be reviewing another of their setting powders, their Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder, No Powder Setting Powder. That's a lot of powders right there. And you know what? I completely broke my resolution. It's like my resolution for 2021, it's gone. I said, I'm not gonna be using any powders this year, but then I moved to Florida, and because it's so humid here, it's not even right now summer, but it's just so hot and humid that I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make an excuse. Yeah, I mean, like you have seen on my latest try-on of new makeup, I even got this friend right here. Okay friends, so we got this friend right here, which is from the Backstage collection. The Backstage line is usually a little bit more affordable and also geared more for makeup artists. This product comes in 10 different shades. It costs $40. It comes with 11 grams of product. It's made in Italy and it has a shelf life of 12 months. Now, the interesting factor about this powder right here is that it says that it's mattifying, but it also gives a radiance to the skin. So you have the potential to just build it up in a certain way that it just mattifies your face, or actually get a denser brush to give kind of like a, no highlighter effect, but kind of like, you know, just concentrated to give more radiance to your skin. It's supposed to also minimize your enlarged pores, fine lines, as well as giving your skin a very smooth texture. Now, if you're new here, I'm already on my 4th floor, so I have enlarged pores on this area, I have fine lines, but I also have dry skin for the most part. I do have a little bit more of normal skin of this area, just as any human being. You know, if it's hot, I'm gonna, you know, break a sweat. That's normal right there. But anyhow, friends, now this powder right here is available at Dior's website. I mean, there's already several websites that they have it, Sephora too. All the details of all the products that I will be using today, they will be on my description box below for your convenience. Okay, let's just open it up, this baby right here. And there you go. This is the powder. I got it in the shade 2N. In fact, I went to my local Sephora to pick it up, and I first ordered, well, if you don't know, at Sephora they have kind of like you can pick up in the store, and I put aside the shade 3N, and it looked a little bit deep for my skin tone right now, and 2N seems to be a little bit more alike to my skin tone. Now, these powders, although they come in 10 different shades, they're supposed to be translucent. So definitely, I really appreciate that for being a translucent powder, there has been some thought to it, and they had come out with different shades for different skin tones. But this is not supposed to cover or give extra, you know, color to your foundation or to your base, but rather to be translucent to set it. Okay, my friends, so I can tell from here that this has a little bit of luminosity, and the shade looks very, very pretty. Oh, and I love the imprint. Ooh, it's super soft. Okay, this powder right here has a sheen to it. Not highlighter sheen, but actually a little bit of, not even satin, between a matte and a satin finish. Okay, I mean, this is gonna be a little bit hard, but I'm just gonna try to swatch it. so you can take a peek at it. I'm just gonna build it up a little. Now that I have you closer, let me show you a little closer look to this baby right here. I'm gonna be setting my under eye area, and I'm using my Wing Gloss, the airbrush brush, and I'm just grabbing a very little amount. You see right there? Okay. I'm very excited for this. So I'm just gonna set. Oh, I see what they mean right there. This doesn't look completely matte. It does mattify, but it leaves a subtle radiance. Ooh, I'm excited for these. Okay, let me just use a little more, and I'm gonna apply it on my enlarged pores just with the same brush. Wow. Okay, so it does blur out the pores, and even though it has that subtle radiance, oh my goodness, it just looks so natural and so pretty. So pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna set my makeup. I'm gonna be using my Sonia G Master Face brush right there. That's how much it picked up. This is a bake kind of formula. It's not softly pressed, but it's easy to pick up too. This is the third day that I'm using the new foundation from Dior, and do you see the radiance that it has? I mean, the powder hasn't taken away any of that radiance. It's looking beautiful. You know what I want to do? I want to use this same powder and just use more of like a dense brush. This is also from Sonia G, the Sculpt 2. And I'm going to see if I can do kind of that effect that they are talking about, like just get it to be not a highlighter, but just give more luminosity and see what it does. I mean, you can see right there, it's very small sheen. Oh, you hear the droplets? It's raining. It starts raining hard right now. Definitely gives a beautiful radiance. And what it says on Dior's website is that you can use these two without any foundation, just, you know, on top of their skin. Okay, now let me just go with a little bit of highlighter so you can kind of like see the difference. I'm gonna use another one from Dior too. And then you see the highlighter actually gave a lot more. I mean, it's highlighter. So you were able to see that contrast between that beautiful, just very subtle glow from within, or using, you know, a highlighter that is more potent. I'm gonna go with the Sonia G Smooth Buffer, and I'm just gonna buff my makeup with that. This is how much I'm using. I just apply a little bit of lipstick, lip gloss, a little bit of eyeshadow right here on my lower lashes, and my makeup is done, my friends. I'm not gonna use any type of setting spray because I don't want to cause kind of like a reaction between the setting powder, setting spray. Does it make sense? I just want to see how the powder just works with just the foundation and the powder products, and that's it. You know what I mean? I just don't want to alter anything. I will have to tell you that so far, very impressed. And you know what? I usually don't say this very often, but there's only 1 or 2 powders in my collection that they give me this kind of like porcelain doll effect on my skin. One of them is my Gucci setting powder, and I feel that this right here can rival this right here. The only difference is that this one, the one from Dior, has just a little bit more radiance than the one from Gucci. But Gucci also says that it's a matte finish, but natural matte, and it actually has that radiance. Because if you think about the skin, our skin is not flat matte. Our skin has a little bit of natural radiance to it. You know what I mean? I know, like several years ago, there was a little bit of like this trend about having your makeup super matte, but right now it's more of like showing off like the beauty of your skin and having more of like a natural skin. And not too long ago, I also tried the silk powder from Tatcha, and I will have to say though, this one right here, although it says that it's radiant, I didn't find it radiant. So I have done a couple swatches right here. So I have in the middle, I have the new Dior Backstage, on top number 6 from Gucci, and down here I do have the one from Tatcha. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see any difference, but the difference is there. I also have this contour palette from the Backstage collection. Now this one is basically 2 highlighters up here and 2 contour products right here. I will have to say that the formula, this one right here, is not as densely pressed as the new powder. The new powder is more creamy, and obviously you're not gonna find, there's nothing translucent in here. All of these, they do have some sort of shade to it. So anyhow, my friends, it is fairly early in the morning, so I'm just gonna go out and about for my day. I will give you a couple check-ins throughout the day, and then to my final thoughts about this new powder setting powder from Dior. So stay tuned. Here, Mia, she's helping me. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, and let's see, I'm here right, you know, next to the window. It's not a very sunny day. It's kind of like a rainy day, but it's still humid. We're in about 70 degrees. So let me just get you closer so you can see how it's looking like. All of these, you can see my texture, my pores, my fine lines. I will say that the powder makes my skin look just as radiant. It didn't super mattify. My concealer too is doing well, you know, it's not creasing, and I really like the finish of the powder quite a bit. To my final check-in right here, it is 5:54. I had this new Dior powder no powder setting powder situation. It just makes me laugh, the name of it. But anyhow, my friends, for about a little bit over 8 hours. So let me tell you what's going on right here, okay? So it actually looks really good. I will say, I don't know if it's a combination of the foundation, because the foundation honestly is gorgeous. It's very lightweight. You have to see my review, okay, because it's a beautiful foundation. But if you're a person, like for example, I don't like heavy powders. I avoid powders for the most part. Not only because I have dry skin, and although I have more of like normal skin right here and oils come through, I just don't like to see my makeup looking too cakey or too makeupy, you know, too heavy. And this is exactly what I look for, a setting powder. A powder that doesn't make my makeup look makeupy, like, you know, like too much makeup on you. Is exactly what I don't want, mostly on my age where I have, you know, large pores, more texture, fine lines, you know, and then you know, trying to balance the dryness of my skin and all of that. I just want something that it actually lets my skin show through, that is not masking my face. And this is what I look in a product like a setting powder. I mean, like, I know this is first impressions, it's my first time trying it, but I can tell this is it. I mean, like, under my eyes, it doesn't look crepey. And sometimes with some setting powders, the under eyes, instead of looking, you know, youthful, they look even more aged, and it ages you. This doesn't. I love that subtle radiance that it has. You know, it's kind of like having, if you have tried the Meteorize from Guerlain, that finish, I always say it looks like an aura, you know, on your face in this type of format right here. And it's very, very alike to the Gucci setting powder. It does have just a dash more radiance to it, I like it. Now, if you're a person that has more of like combo oily skin, I'm pretty sure you may like this powder as a finishing powder, but perhaps not as a setting powder, because it depends obviously what you like on a setting powder. But if you're looking for a complete mattifying powder, this may not be for you, because this will just leave a natural finish to your face. I like to the Gucci one that it just makes your skin look, I say porcelain doll, because I just don't think that your face and your skin should look completely matte. It just that makes it look like you have a ton of makeup. That is my very personal opinion about it, you know, because I just like a lighter makeup, and I like more of a natural makeup with a little bit of radiance, just as the skin it is when it's hydrated, that it doesn't look super dry, that it doesn't look super oily. So I just like to be kind of like right in the middle, and like I said, I like something that is very lightweight, and this gives it to me. I think the price is completely right. I mean, I think for being a luxury brand, now this is from the DIOR Backstage line, which is less expensive than the regular DIOR line. And that being said, although this is plastic, it's a heavy type of plastic. It's not, you know, it's not the type of plastic that you will find, say, at a drugstore type of makeup. It's not resin, but it's of a, you know, a little bit heavier duty. I also like how modern and sleek it looks. I like that the powder looks as it's floating on the pan, which is really nice. It says DIOR on the front. It has the imprint. So, I mean, it's still on that luxury experience. Not as luxurious, obviously, as, you know, something like this from DIOR, but yet, I mean, I think it looks very nice. It's simplistic, and I mean, at the end, it's, you know, like, it's the powder itself, it's the product that really works. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually purchase the 3N, because this powder looks perfect with my skin tone. I will be leaving some of my foundation matches on the description box below. It looks perfect, but then I'm thinking, you know, for summertime and with that radiance and with a, you know, like a really nice bronze or, you know, self-tanning, I think I'm gonna need that 3N. And something else to note right here, you know, this powder is not gonna prevent or help for the foundation to transfer to, say, your mask. Now, it's not gonna leave you patches, but it's so lightweight and so thinly milled that it's not, you know, it's not that common setting powder that is just like, you know, you can bake with it or something like that. No, this is not that type of setting powder, and that makes me happy. Again, I'm all into the natural the makeup looks. The best is for me. I'm just so elated about this palette. I'm so in love also with the foundation. I mean, DIOR is just like, and there's more coming from DIOR. Now I really want to try the one that is the loose powder on the little kind of like cushion type of packaging. I'm curious about that one. I think I want to try the lavender one. Let me know if you have tried it, and let me know if you have tried this powder right here, or if you're curious about it. I would love to continue the conversation on the section down below. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye!